reporter with Invention Convention Worldwide. I'm excited to introduce my guest, Yusef, an 11th grader from Florida. Yusef's most recent invention, the Power Walk, won a patent application award at the Invention Convention US Nationals 2022 competition. Welcome, Yusef.
Thank you for having me.
So, Yusef, I watched your pitch video and I was just blown away by your invention. I thought it was super cool. So, could you tell us about the Power Walk and what problem it solves?
Powerwalk is a sneaker that uses a thermoelectric generator to generate electricity. And it does this by having a temperature difference in the environment that's created through your shoe and just the outside air. And when this happens, an electrical flow is created through the generator. And this then goes to a power bank, which stores the electricity. And this electricity can be outputted through a charger found in the back of the shoe, as well as it could be generated and transferred to the other components of the sneaker. And one of these components are the navigation systems. So the navigation system, it can dictate whether a user can turn left or right and vice versa. So yeah, I think that's really the main goal of Powerwalk, and the problems that it aims to solve are environmental pollution, as emissions of CO2 are really harmful to the environment, and that's really what's emitted when people or humanity generates electricity, as well as helping blind and deaf people that navigate on their phones to have a better navigation system that they can feel through tactile vibrations just on their own shoes and feet.
I really like how you thought of the environment when creating your invention. So, if somebody was wearing the shoes and it was like raining outside, for instance, would your invention be affected by the rain?
I have actually thought of that, and something that I kind of thought of when I was inventing this was kind of putting a protective layer over the thermoelectric generator, and that will aim to help stop the rain from affecting that. And really, what it will still continue to function as all the protective little solutions are in there to help stop that.
Is there any way that you would like to improve your invention?
Yeah, so one thing that I really wanted to aim to improve was creating a more functional app that's more user friendly. And I wanted to do this to, help the users as much as possible, because, the invention is really for the users and the customers that buy it. And creating an app, I would want to, implement things that the users and customers would find useful for themselves.
Could you explain a little bit more about the app?
Yeah, so the app right now is kind of just a concept, but really what I wish to do with the app is have kind of like a Google Maps sort of thing, where the users can input a location, and Powerwalk also has a navigation sort of tactile system, which means that the users of the sneaker can go through about a city, or when they're driving through the streets, they'll be able to navigate the streets with just tactile vibration senses. So let's say that the right shoe vibration sense goes off. That means it signifies the user to turn right or left, vice versa. So through inputting locations, the user would be able to have the shoe go off vibrating in different scenarios. And as well as that, I'd also like to add more goal planning and fitness planning, so you can see how many steps you walked or how many miles you ran in a certain day.
With the vibration sensors, is there a way to adjust how strong the vibrations are?
So I didn't really think of that, but that would be something that I'd plan to do. But the vibrations, they're located on the left and right shoe, which I'm sure that most people would be able to feel them. They're kind of mini strips of vibration devices, and yeah, so through the tactile senses, that which people that are blind or deaf that can't navigate on a phone, they'd be able to feel those.
That's cool. So it seems like your invention had a lot of steps in it. So what was the hardest part for you about making your invention?
So I'd really say it's the placement of the thermoelectric generator. I did a lot of testing on seeing which place that the thermoelectric generator is located on has the most effective electricity generation. So I did that through placing the thermoelectric generator on the side of the shoe, on the front of the shoe, the back, the bottom, basically anywhere you can imagine. So through that, I was testing it through voltage measurement, and I found that the side was the best place for that. And I'd really say that tackling the obstacle was a big headache.
Nice. So you won the Patent Application Award. So could you tell us a bit more about the patent process?
Yeah, so it's actually a really exciting process. I love patents after learning about them and working on one myself. So I'm currently working with the Cantor Colburn law firm. They're located in Michigan, and what we're doing is I'm emailing the lawyers some info regarding the sneakers, and I've done lots of meetings with them regarding the sneaker, and we're typing the patent up and uh, doing claims and abstracts and drawings, and yeah, overall we're trying to form the patent to hopefully be accepted, and I'm planning to submit that in upcoming days as we've pretty much already finished it.
That's really neat. So if your invention does get a patent, would you plan on marketing it?
So kind of my thought process was if I were to get the patent, I'd look to license out the patent or possibly sell it to a bigger company that'd be able to put my invention on the shelves. As I think it'd be kind of hard for me to do that myself. So the big companies like Nike or Adidas, I think they'd be able to manage that more better.
That's smart. So did you get to go to the US Nationals in person?
Yes, I was able to go.
So how was your experience at US Nationals?
It was a blast, honestly. It was really cool seeing the different museums and just exploring the whole campus of Henry Ford Museum. It was really eye-opening to see other inventions as well. And overall, it was a great experience.
So what have you learned from Invention Convention? Are there any useful lessons or skills?
So something that I learned from the Invention Convention is that whenever you have a roadblock or whenever there's something in your way that you don't think you can get over, just keep on trying. It's a valuable lesson that really anyone on this earth can use. And whenever you find a problem, there's always a solution to that problem.
That's a good lesson. So before we end, is there anyone you would like to thank for their support?
I'd like to thank some of my teachers as they've helped me to kind of ideate some of these ideas for my shoe, as well as my dad. He's been really helpful with kind of providing me some materials that I needed to create the invention, as well as helping me kind of go through this invention process.
Well, on behalf of all of us at Invention Convention Worldwide, thank you, Yusef, for joining me. Be sure to check out other student inventor interviews on our YouTube channel. Until next time.